Good evening, everyone. So blessed to be back with everybody. And my phone, I forgot to mute my phone. I'm doing all right. Tuesday night. I don't do too many Tuesday nights, you can tell. But nevertheless, I'm back. Tuesday night here on this October 10th, 2023. So blessed to be back with everybody this evening. Just real quick, huge shout out to Twitch. Once again, thank you for just being the awesome live feed platform that you are. God bless you guys abundantly. I can't say it enough. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, it would actually be appropriate. Let me just switch my mice around here. If I actually went and did that, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but I went to the purple lights. And I have Twitch for a few seconds just to say thank you to Twitch. I'm so thankful for, like I said, such an incredible platform. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Gonna go back to white. There we go. This is the one thing I always love about Chavez Jubility Lighting, and no, they're not a sponsor. Yet I haven't contacted them. I gotta sit down and write them a long letter. I know I'm old school. Probably just the way the light's refracting off my head. I've got a weird white streak going through my hair. I'm going to have to look into that. Nevertheless, so blessed to be back with everybody this evening. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to have to get that looked at. I don't know if it's just showing up on camera or if it's something I actually have in real life. Nevertheless, so blessed it's an honor to be back with everybody this evening. So, whew. Yeah. Maybe the old age is starting to show. Amen. But nevertheless, I'm thankful to be back with everybody and blessed. If you're tuning in for the first time, if you're joining me over here at Twitch, I welcome you. And to everybody catching, because I use my YouTube channel as a VOD dump, and my VODs only kept 7 days here at Twitch. I'm thankful for those that come out, that catch the videos, and the different messages on not just messages, but also gameplay on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, this is my invitation to everybody to come out and check us out. Come here live. This is where everything happens. This is where you can interact. This is where you can join me live. And the most incredible thing about that, it's 100% absolutely free. Well, I know people are going to catch my links at the bottom. For those that don't know where my links are located, to those here at Twitch, they're actually right there. You can catch it right up at the bottom. And I do have an offertory bucket. I call it the offertory bucket. Okay, I do have a coffee set up. So you can bless there. If anybody wants to bless, but everything's paid for. By the grace of God, everything's paid for. But hey, I'm just thankful that for each and every, for just the people that come out. This is all absolutely free. I don't charge people a dime. I love to just share my heart. Art and share some gaming on the side. My way of bridging the gap, which when I get back into messages, that's one thing I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to take November and December and actually cover messages on things we can do in 2024. So, without further ado, let's get back to this thing. Just wrapping up the intros and all. To those at Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, feel free to sign up here at Twitch.tv. Make that transitional jump over. It doesn't cost anything. Sign up right at Twitch.tv and search for myself, the NES Christian Gamer. Hit the follow button, and with that being said, let's get it on. So tonight, 10:10. Excuse me. Been dealing with a bit of a stomach gas, and I forgot to grab my microphone kill switch. That's the one thing I love about this microphone, is I have that option. But nevertheless, so blessed and to be with everybody. Again, I know I can't say it enough. I mean, each and every day that I can be here with one another, and I gotta turn this just a hair because I feel like I've got to lean clear over this way. Much better. So, October 10th, 10:10. So, people are going to know, what am I covering on 10:10? I can tell you this easily. It starts with 10. 10 Commandments. So, every year I do a 10 Commandments talk on 10:10. Kind of appropriate to do so. And I pull one of the 10 Commandments to talk about. And tonight is no exception. Because the one I'm talking about is the 9th commandment. Do not lie. Simply put, and instead of getting in the big theology and hermeneutics and everything else, just to simplify the 9th commandment, put it in the simplest of terms. Do not lie. Do not lie. And I know there's so much going on. And you can actually find the 10 Commandments in the Bible. Now, I have the Bible on my phone. I have a Bible app called the YouVersion Bible app. And no, I am not paid by Life Church to do this because I use this app. I love it. And with the YouVersion Bible app, you're not getting one translation of the Bible like you do with someone. No. In this app, they packed everything. And I'm speaking the Greek, Latin, Aramaic, meaning everything, into this app. Every single translation of the Bible, every foreign language. If you're Spanish, the Santa Biblia. I have not learned Holy Bible in French yet. I'm working on my French. That's actually my November project, is to further my French. I'll be able to say what the Bible is in French in a short time. In the near future, but that's my November project. Excuse me. Didn't get to my kill switch in time. So, not to mention daily scriptures, devotionals, On and on and on and on. There is, like I said, there is so much. I'm barely even scratching the surface of what they've packed into this app. And the major thing about this thing, I hope everybody's ready for this, guys. I'm going to send a shockwave. It is 100% absolutely free. And I mean, it is free. There is no annoying ad, there's no annoying ads, no in-app purchases, nothing. The best Bible app you will ever find, period. Worth it to get it. Now, I read out the New Living Translation, but like I said, there's a translation in here for everybody. Let's go. So I'm reading, so the Ten Commandments can be found in the book of Exodus, the 20th chapter, and the scripture, and do not lie would be the 16th verse. So Exodus 20, the 16th verse, and this is what it says in the longer. It says, you must not testify falsely against your neighbor. Simply put, do not lie. Do not lie. That's simple. You know, you must not testify against your neighbor. Even though I can honestly say, in my honest opinion, where politics has gotten to in the United States, I'm just going to come out and say it. It's turned into the biggest liar competition. It's like the biggest liar gets elected president. It's like, who can make their story sound convincing? And that's all a lie really is. A lie is just some story made up. Some made up story. But here's the thing. The thing with lies is they're going to get milked out. And I actually have a bit of truth to this. And I actually have a factoid I'm going to do for this. Because there's a movie that, and I didn't cover this movie at the movies back in July, but I figured it'd work out perfectly for this year's Ten Commandments. So I got to change the lights to a different color. Yeah, we're going red. We're turning red. And by the way, just to let everybody know in advance, I cannot run clips of the movies due to the fact that of the MCA and copyright, right, would have me crucified financially on about every level. So, with that being said, let's see if I get a cough. Sorry about that. That time I caught it. So, turning red is a great example of someone who lies. Now, May, our little red panda here, now I noticed in the movie she didn't lie just once, but several times throughout this movie. And the thing about it is, with anybody who tells any lie, there are tells. There are tells. It's like, and I know a lot of religious people are going to get pissed off at me. I'm a poker player. I play the fastest growing sport, Texas Hold'em poker. Not afraid to say that. And every single player that catches it, has a way of telling. And they do, and the emotions leak out. They all have their poker, they try to keep a poker face when they lie. Thing about it is, one thing I've learned about a lie, it's like the big wrecks at the super speedways. And I don't have a soda bottle with a pry-off top to show you this. But it's like taking that soda bottle and every lie adding a shake to that bottle. What happens when you shake it too much? That top is gonna go flying, number one, and it's gonna just explode everywhere. Because here's the thing about any given lie is this: a lie can only be milked out for so long, and the truth will come. Because here's the thing: with any lie, I can guarantee you could bet the farm and everything in it. The truth will come out. And I'm going to be real. I'm just going to say this because I know people have asked me. Because I know it's going to come up in questioning about the election 4 years ago. Whether there was fraud and manipulation, whether it wasn't. I look at it this way: whether it was or was not, the truth will come out. Eventually, the truth will come out. If there was, because a lie can't be milked out, a lie can't be dragged out. Eventually, what's going to happen is someone's going to blow, somebody's going to spill. It may be long after both candidates are long passed on, and it's so irrelevant it's not funny. But and honestly speaking, there's just so much junk going on down in Washington right now. Now, my heart goes out to anyone who winds up getting elected president in 2024. Because it's just, in my opinion, it's getting ridiculous. And you hear about it all the time in the news. In the United States. Yeah, it's gotten, in my opinion, way out of hand. This was covered on the news, so I'm not afraid to say. Right now, I don't know what exactly happened to get the head of the House voted out. Well, ejected from office. But right now we have no head of the House of Representatives down in Washington, D.C. And my heart goes out to the head of the House, former head of the House, because it was something of bad doing. I feel absolutely bad for them. I do. And in my heart, I'm just so concerned for whoever the next head of the House is, on either side, whether it be Republican or Democrat. I'm just going to come out and say it. I know it's going to be so hard to go to the polls and vote. I know it's our civic right and duty to do so here in the United States. But getting back on track. Lies hurt others. Lies do more damage than good. And now, what gets me in Turning Red is I'm going, watching this. I see all these telltale signs of her lying, of May lying. Why didn't the mother pick up on it earlier in the movie? Until they were at the, what was it called? Sky Dome, I think. I got to think back. You can tell it's, my brain sometimes becomes like static at times. So, where it's like, if I remember what I did 5 minutes ago, or the movie I watched last night, I'll be lucky. I think it's called the Sky Dome, what it was known, the location was, up there in Toronto at the time. But the thing about it is, yeah, May's there for a concert. And the thing about it is, she actually says to her mother's in full panda. Good Lord. And the thing about it is this. And this is what sparked me, is why didn't she pick up on it? Because I'm sitting there with a clicker, clicking off the different lies. I'm counting, as you can tell, everybody's got their tells of lies. Sometimes you can tell it with their voice. If you can't see a person's face, you can tell in their voice. Now, if it's like a lie on paper, which, now, what happened at Next Level Church, I don't know. It's just information I read on paper. Whether it was true or false or not, I don't know. In my honest opinion, if it was all a lie to screw over the church, the truth will come out. The truth will eventually come out. The truth will come out. Like I said, any given lie, from the first time it's written, typed out, spoken, here's the thing. A lie will always be found out. There's other forms of lying. Excuses, which is nothing but a story lie, where it's a story where basically the lie is basically given a storyline, and it's just dragged out. And even working as long as I have, I've heard the most ridiculous excuses for people to miss work. And I'll be real in saying this. I'm 43 years old. I'm disabled. And honestly speaking, I do live stream, but I don't make income off of this. But I work the little bit I do work because we live in a society that is so full of excuses, especially up where I work. Most of our hiring policies have had to change. We've had to pull 99% of our hiring policies. Like where I work during the summer. Our hiring policy is, if you can fill out the job application, you're automatically hired. There's no interview, there's no red tape to go through, there's none of that. There is none of that tape to go through. You fill out the application, you're automatically hired. Now, I know it seems a little weird that I'm making $15 an hour. During the summer, I was making $15 an hour. I remember when I first started there, I'm making 7.25, which is crazy. But was never in the 43 years I'm alive did I ever see that. I am. Another form of lying is, in my honest opinion, manipulation. And I can be real. Where I work, manipulation is a humongous thing. Because I've had people do this to me all the time. I've had so many people play the manipulation game with me. And when it's happened, that manipulation is done toward the person for 40 plus years. Here's the reality. People catch on to it. Yeah, the person catch on to it because they realize what's manipulation, what's not, what's the truth and what's not. So it's just, it doesn't, it all doesn't work. Yeah. So that's where it boils down to. And I could literally sit here at the second coming of Christ just reeling off all the different manipulative tricks that I've seen. I can basically just easily say I've seen every single one of them. But, the other thing I've learned about manipulation, that's actually, in my opinion, one of the darkest forms of lying. Because if you actually look at it, if you actually do some research into it, manipulation in the Greek, the root of manipulation in the Greek is actually a dark form of witchcraft. And if God doesn't bless witchcraft, what makes him think what makes a person think he's gonna bless manipulation? He won't. He won't. But yet though, here's the thing. It comes out. People use it. People use manipulation all the time. And the Lord of Lies, the master of manipulation, Satan himself, has been doing that for years. And and he's still doing it to this day. But ultimately, I've read the back of the book and I know who wins. Yeah. Because here's the thing, people think they can pull the fast one over. Here's the thing. When you've had people lying to you, when you're like a walking lie detector, you can tell. You can tell when somebody's lying. I mean, it's almost so literal. But here's the thing. We all have to do our part. So the message is clear. Do not lie. Because that does bite you in the butt. My hope and prayer is this. If anybody does it, that they stop and they realize what they're doing. I know we've all lied at one point of our lives. Even myself, I'm not afraid to say that. And for anybody who's an habitual offender of lying, I pray that God intervenes, changes your heart. You stop lying. Because lying does more damage than good. Excuse me. That's all I have to say. Do not lie. So, here at chat. So, I'm obviously live here at Twitch. So, chat's next to me. If anybody here wants to just drop in the chat, they have an issue with lying, want prayer, drop it in the chat. Or if you're on catching the VOD, the YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, comment section right below me. Jumping in the comment section when you catch the VOD of this, and just ask for prayer, and I'll be more than willing to pray for you. Dear God, thank you for this time. Thank you for allowing me to just share my heart on this commandment of do not lie. God, I know we live in such a dark society that there is so much lying that goes on. And it's wrong. It is so wrong, it's not funny. God, you know how wrong lying is. And I know it breaks your heart to see lies each and every single day. And how much lying goes on. God, I pray that the world wakes up and they realize that their lying is doing more damage than good. I pray for this world. I pray for the lying that's going. People stop lying. Stop making excuses. Stop manipulating. For your glory. In Jesus' name, the only name I pray. Amen. One thing I can honestly say is the truth and not a lie is this. Just over 25 years ago, I gave my life to Jesus. Best decision of my life. And I always like to close any experience that I'm live here on camera by giving the men and women the opportunity to give life to Jesus Christ like I did just over 25 years ago. The chat is right next to me if you're here on Twitch. If you're catching the VOD on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, comment section's right below me. Jump in the chat or the comment section. Type in and give my life to Jesus Christ and get you some plenty of great Bible-believing church. And there are multiple out there. Like Pastor Craig Michelle's church, Life Church. For locations and times of Life Church, you can check out life.church. The other church is my current home church, Bethel Christian Church on Main Street, North Park, Maine. They're an old school style traditional church. Sunday school is at 9 a.m. Sunday morning experience at 10:15 a.m. They're currently under the direction of Pastor Robert Cole Jr. Pastor Robert Cole Sr., who led me to the Lord, is physically with the Lord. He has passed on and gone and be with the Lord. Once again, I thank everybody for your time. God bless you. Jesus 92. Have an awesome evening. Game nights. I'm planning on being back in tomorrow night for game night. Excuse me. Hitting the Atari 2600. Getting one of my favorite shooters, Mega Mania. And yes, I may actually hit Turtles 2. Because I know Turtles 1 took off like a rocket. With that being said, then Saturday night, another Pastor Appreciation. I love everybody. I love everybody. Take care. God bless you all. Jesus loves you too. Have an awesome evening. Good night. God bless. Take care.